Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in our last video we talked about the Nebraska state, and today we're gonna talk about another state of the US. But before we move to the topic, I will request all of you to do subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest information. So the state that we're gonna talk about today, and we will walk through the process of how to file the sales tax return, is the Tennessee state. So you can see I have this spreadsheet prepared for myself. Uh, Again, I have followed the same pattern, the same procedure that I used to follow. In the last, you can see that I have multiple cities and I have multiple counties. The counties are being pulled out from this spreadsheet, from this sheet. Tax rates here, I have again the cities, the counties, and the rate here. So in the last, you can see that I have made a pivot table here to make my life easier. This pivot table is based on the counties actually. So you can see these are the counties here, and then these are the taxable sales. And here you can see that I have total sales, which are these sales plus I have another sales which are being made outside of Tennessee. So why I have made these, I will, when we'll go to the portal, then I will tell you that why we have we did this in for particularly for Tennessee state. Then I have this interstate. What is interstate, I will let you know when we'll work on the portal side. Then I have some exempt sales and I have some taxable sales, which are here. You can see these are my taxable sales, these are my exempt sales, and then I have these taxes on my report. So I'm going to the portal now and see how we can file this return. This is my portal. Again, the due date is 20th May, so I will file now. Will you be submitting? No, I will not be submitting by software vendor. Do you have the gross sales? Yes. Do you have any sales to report? So these are my total sales. Now gross sales, which are these. Now why I am reporting these sales? If you see on my spreadsheet, the total sales are this 32,000 $32,526.53. But on my spreadsheet you can see the total sales are these. So the other amount which I'm taking from this sheet are the sales which are made in US but out of Tennessee state. So particularly for the Tennessee state, it is mandatory and compulsory to report those sales which are being made outside of Tennessee state, whether they are taxable or whether they are exempt. So if you see here, these total sales includes this plus all the other sales that has been made outside of Tennessee state, and I will report these sales in my gross sales. So these are my total sales, and then I will go to the bottom. It will ask me, do you have any exempt transaction to report? So yes, I have the exempt transaction to report. Now here you can see we have the option of sales in interstate commerce. So now from all these sales, I have some sales which are exempt, which are not taxable, and I will report these sales in my interstate commerce. So what is meant by interstate commerce is that those sales which are being made outside of Tennessee state, and it can be taxable and it can be non taxable as well. In the Tennessee state, you don't need to collect the tax on those sales which are being made outside of Tennessee state, but you have to report those sales in your return. And it is, by the way, mandatory and compulsory. If you fail to do that, you might get the penalties and interest on that, on the missing information. So I'm gonna hit input this into my this here, and then I have some other deductions which are my exempt sales, which are here. Again, what is meant by the other deduction, why they are exempt sales, I already told you in my previous videos that exempt sales or non-taxable sales could be for two reasons. The first reason is that for the particular state the item could be non-taxable, and the second reason is that the customer that you are selling to is exempt. They might have a tax exemption certificate for any of the reason. It could be the resale certificate, it could be the government department or subdivision of government, it could be anything, it could be direct pay as well. So these are some major exemption reasons that we get in tax exemption certificate. So now here my exemption are this. Now here you have to input the taxable sales county wise or city wise. You will put the location information and then you will put the state net taxable total, and this is why I have made a pivot table here to make my life easier. Because if I'm gonna filter that by here and put each information on my report, it will be little time consuming. So pivot table are very easier and they saves a lot of your time. So my first county is Greene County, and this is my taxable sales. Now my second is Henry County. I will put the information here. Then my third one is Knox County. I will put here. Tennessee is a state which accepts the negative sales. You can put the negative sales here. As you see, I have done this. And before that, when we were filing for the Nebraska state, Nebraska does not accept the negative sales. So you have to adjust those sales accordingly. Here I'm gonna input all these sales which are my taxable sales. Many states give you the option to import the file. They have the template, a standard template that you need to export, pull out from the portal, and then you can input your amounts and your figures, and then you can just upload that template on the state as on the portal as well. But that I have followed that in my previous in my past practice, but that was more time consuming as compared to this. So this is why I used to do this manually, because when we upload the template, we get a lot of differences and a lot of errors as well. And you have you need a time to first understand those and then fix those errors. So this is more effective and this is more time saving as far as my experience. So now if you see here, it said that the field must equal the difference of total sales. So why I'm getting this error is that there's a difference between my total sales minus exempt sales, the taxable sales which is calculated by the portal, and the taxable sales which I have put here. That there could be a rounding difference. So let's just make this 436. So you see, now there is no error, right? Why we're getting that? We're getting this difference because rounding off, Tennessee does not accept the rounding amount, so you have to make it a decimal, increase the decimal by 1, and you are good to go. So here I have inputted my taxable sales as well. Now I'm gonna see, this is my total tax, right? 2014, and what I have here is 2023. 2014. I'm click OK, and I will click next. Okay, it asking me something again. Yeah, so on the bottom, if you see here, do you have any single article sales, aviation fuel sales? No, I don't have these sales. Do you have any these sales? No, I don't have these. And then okay, now if you see, I have the total tax of 2014. Now the difference is $9.17. So normally when we file for the Tennessee state, we do get that difference. The portal calculates the less tax, and the tax that we collect from the customer is more. So what we'll do is, if you see here, we have that line item here in our return, tax collected in excess of state and local levies. So you're just gonna put the difference here, and my total $9 which I have collect. So $9 is a tax that has been calculated extra by us, and then it's 2023. Now I will just click next, 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 and then here I will just input my payment information and my return will be filed. So this is how you can file a Tennessee state monthly sales tax return for Tennessee state. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, to let me know in the comment box, so that our learning process could not be stopped. Thank you so much.